This is An Infinite Path, spoken word essays by Niles Heckman, some of which go on to become our documentary short subject films, half of which release freely here through the podcast, all of which can be found through your support at nilesheckman.com. Letting go is an essential part of the creation process. Without this element of letting go and surrendering to what is divine and to ourselves, for we are the creative source, stagnation occurs. Stagnation that results in the lack of which you desire coming into being, and the lack of transformation and change. We end up becoming fixated on something, and our fears turn into that of lack, scarcity, and inability to plant the seeds in our hands, even though if we plant that seed, just as we must, it will grow into that which we desire. Everyone struggles in some form or another with letting go. We all do. And this is perfectly normal and perfectly fine. We dwell, we ponder, we continually go over things from our past we may have regretted or felt we could have done better. However, the act of letting go allows for things to come together far more quickly than if we were to simply cling to ideas within our mind, and the feelings that come from the act of holding on. When we refuse to let go, we are focused so deeply on the feeling of lack and scarcity because of fear, scarcity, as if we don't have what we desire and that we may not receive it. This kind of behavior stems from a distrust and uncertainty. It's perfectly routine, but these feelings create blockages, and all blockages must dissolve in order for you to unleash that which is within you, the infinite creative power. If you are not in subsistence and struggle, where every day is just trying to make it to the next, you are very lucky, and that may be no accident. Perhaps you've come here to do great things, and having a set of car keys in your pocket and a coffee in your hand puts you at the very top rung of comfort and convenience in the realm of Earth at this space-time vector in the eternal circular timeline. Many may be trying to simply live in the same country you do and are taking great risks to be there. If you are already in one of those places, you have the responsibility to yourself to move onward and upward in your own personal development and self-betterment, in whatever way works best for you. 7 is an important number in esotericism. Even though it may sound a bit self-helpy, we're going to state 7 very basic and easy different ways that you can let go of your intentions so that they are free to come back to you in the form that you desire. Some of them will work for you, and some of them may not. Nevertheless, if one doesn't work, try another, for these are tools, and if you choose to use them, they can work. Number 1, immerse yourself in an alternate world materially. Video games occupy a different kind of space. Many spend entirely too much time in these spaces, but occasional uploads to digital alternate realms can not just be an escape, but a perspective shift and can be fine in moderation, and moderation is key. There are sensory realities that take you out of your current reality and state and into that which is, more often than not, completely different. Using sounds and images, and in the case of video games, motor skills, you are taken from one state and one concept of reality into another. You are immersed and present in a world state that is outside of yourself. And this allows for you to forget that which has been on your mind and that which you intend to create, and will allow you to let it go as you engage with another reality. For most intentions, playing a video game after a session is visceral and immediately engaging, such as an open-world immersive game with a map where you choose to go where you want to. This can have an effect of almost immediately taking you out of that state and creating another, which makes the process of letting go essentially effortless. Number 2, patterned breathing. Stand up after your session, move around for a few moments, and then sit down and take a deep breath in. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, then let go for 4 seconds. This is a tactic used by the U.S. military for reducing any anxiety and/or stress. It clears any tension that happens to be held in the body, and it also cleans up a lot of the stress that's held within your mind, allowing you to exist in the present moment. In doing so, you will have planted the seeds of your desire, blessed them, watered them, and surrendered them to the divine, for it is being taken care of now, and you no longer have to worry. Number 3, making something. You can call it art, but it doesn't have to be. Make whatever you like. It can be art, it can be a doodle, it can be anything. Take a deep breath and then focus that blank slate of yours. Whether it's a blank page, a sheet of paper, a canvas, a chalkboard, a corkboard, etc. It's up to you. Surrender to the ideas that come to you, to the moments that you are inspired to take. Just let go of any preconceptions and definitions and trust that you are in the process of creating something that is truly wondrous. Don't hold anything back. Let go. In doing this, you allow your desires and your intentions to be sent out and planted to the infinite soil of the universe, and you learn and affirm a vital lesson about the importance of surrendering and letting go. If we attach ourselves to a specific outcome, to a specific set of definitions, then we end up with work that is filled with limitations and lack of what many call heart. But when we surrender, when we let go, then we find miraculous things can happen and our greatest work is conjured forth. This doesn't come from actions of forcefulness and will, but from letting go and surrendering to that infinite power within us, and allowing it to spring forth from ourself. As a result, we can learn things about ourself and where we are headed through those external creative creations, even if we are the only one that will ever see them. Number 4, taking a walk or a hike. When you go on this walk, don't concern yourself with your own inner chatter. No doubt it is important, but instead allow yourself to live in the present moment. Observe the beauty, the peace, the grace, the joy, and the miracles that are all around you. Take the time to wander through this familiar space in partial or full nature. Notice all of the intricacies and minutiae that you had yet to notice, for they are there if you take the time to distance yourself from the endless chattering we often find within our minds. Number 6, envision yourself being sent out. Do the breathing and see your intention in your mind's eye, surrounded by an endless field of blue, either dark blue, light blue, any spectrum of blue, or all of the above. This is the infinite ocean of possibility on the astral plane, which you can always access. For even the most advanced VR, AR, XR space of the future will always be the 99-cent store version of the ethereal, astral, spiritual realms. Your mind will conjure a symbol that signifies this intention of yours. Allow it to capture your intention, and then move it away from you and let it fade into this ocean. As it does so, whisper, "Thank you," or even "Have a beautiful trip." Affirming it is done. It is done. Say it right after your session. Say it 11 times and then stand up tall and proud, for this is done. Throughout your day, remember to say it is done. Do it with your mind or do it out loud. Number 7, letting go and surrendering. I let go, I surrender. Say it to yourself or even say it out loud. It is done, so there is no need for you to fight and push. You can let go now. It's done. You can surrender it and there is nothing you need to fear. It's done and you're okay and you are worthy, and it is done, so you can let go. You can surrender. Simple tasks like this may seem a little lightweight and hokey at first, but you can do them yourself to create your own self-empowerment.